Hey people, how's it going? It's Tanger. I'm having a bit of an issue with my recording for some reason. It wouldn't capture. It wouldn't capture the playback while I was in the game. I had to back out to the menu. Okay. Anyway, this is going to be a short video. A friend was asking about how to get around Aberration, how to find his way onto the surface, because we've been screwing around over here trying to get Reaper barbs and whatnot. So I'm going to make a video just kind of showing you the basics of how to get around on Aberration, because it's kind of confusing. And I'll show you how to get on the surface. So there's three main zones in Aberration, and oops, wrong button. And let me show you the map here. So there's the green zone, which is the northwesterny part of the map. There's the blue zone, which is the middle region, and there's the red zone, which is it's way down in the depths. It's radioactive. I'm not going to cover the red zone because that's not inside my normal travel areas. So I'll start right here with the green zone. Right under us, you can see there's three rivers that cross right here. This is more or less the center of the centralized landmark for navigating in the green zone. Pretty much anywhere you're traveling around, you'll come across a river, and if you follow it, and if you follow it in the obvious direction, you'll wind up here at this three river crossing area. And this is the center. So we're going to start from here, and we're going to go west up this one river that goes this direction. And we'll see some waterfalls over here. And we'll see this big broken bridge thing. And back here behind this big building, we'll see the portals. This is a big landmark. This is usually where you'll spawn in. And it's a pretty relatively safe area. And one of the exits is nearby. So here's the portal. And you'll probably be coming from inside the portal area. You'll be coming around across. You'll see this lake, and I call this the noob lake. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's basically the area where the noobs will kind of start wandering into the map on. So this is noob lake. Let's call it that. And back over here to the side here, around this back, there are some shelves that go up, and in this corner back here, even further, is a cave. This is one of the entrances onto the surface. And normally you don't want to go out here during the day. You will get burned alive and die. But I'm in creative mode, so I can come out here. And as you can see, it's a lovely environment where you could easily spend some relaxing hours basking in the sun, getting some radioactive UV rays to your crispy brown. And way out here is one of the obelisks. This is on the map here. It's not on the map. So that goes off the bottom of the map I have on the screen there, but you can see it's way down here. And actually back here behind it is another entrance back into the Aberration. This goes down into the red zone somewhere, I think. I never really come this way because it's way out of my way. Yeah, so it's way down here in the red zone, and it's a dangerous hellhole. I wouldn't be down here in a bathing suit if I wasn't in creative mode, I'll tell you that. So yeah, it's a nightmarish land. I'm not going to cover that on the video. So I'm going to get back out of here. I wouldn't recommend using this entrance going into the surface or going into the red zone. But just so you know, it is down here. If you have to duck for cover because day is coming, you can't figure out how to get off, just dart back there behind that structure. But the right way to get back off is to basically just go back north, and you'll see this more or less ravine here. Follow that. It'll follow almost all the way there. It's super bright right now, so I'm going to change the time of day to something a little more visible. And yeah, so I was just following that ravine, and you'll see this big metal structure, and that means you're going the right way. There'll be two big cliffs. You got to go up them, and you'll be able to get back off. So make sure you got a drake or something that can climb, because you're going to need to be able to get off of there when the day comes. So now we're back in the noob area. The portal's over there, and the portal bridge and the noob lake is over here. And we're going to go back down the river, and we're going to go to another one of the ways to get out. So that was the surface part that's shared with the red zone, and I'm going to follow this way. Now, there's a couple of paths that kind of lead north, and those will go over to what is called Fertile Lake. And it's the area on the north part of the map up there where I'm aiming, their big lake. And you can easily tell it from the other parts, from the other waterways, because we'll go over there in a second. But basically it's in this general direction. And there's a few different paths that lead you out over there. And I might have missed. Yeah, it looks like I missed them. So instead I'm going along this this one river, the river that branches to the north. But yeah, so here's a little tiny stream that'll also go to Fertile Lake. So here's Fertile Lake, and yeah, the reason why it's so recognizable is because there's this big metal structure over there that was supposed to be the Tech clan's base from the story, and or the Tech tribe. So that's visible from almost the entire lake area here. A huge lake, big Tech structure over there, and a bunch of other structures. But yeah, also within this room is another entrance to the surface. So over here along this wall to the west, there's a big structure, and go looking back behind it, and you'll see a lit cave entrance over here. Now this one has like I don't know, a deadly mushroom zone of some kind here. If you wander into this without creative mode, it'll make you sick unless you have a haz suit on. So keep that in mind. You don't want to go through some of these sparkles. They'll make you violently ill. So I'm going going down the cave, and here's another exit onto the surface. Now this is the small surface. It's where it shows the blue ob on the map down there, and it's a relatively small surface area, but the alpha barb can spawn out here, and so I check it also. And there's another one of these ob structures. There's just one entrance and exit into this area. It's just the same one that we just used. So that's in the top left corner. So we're going to go back down. I'll show you where the other one is. We're going to come back out to the lake. So now we're back over here in the Fertile Lake area, which is up here in the north part of the map. And the next area we're going to go is over there. So you can easily find your way by following the stream down. And then you'll see over there's a bridge. Oops. You'll see that bridge. You see those big crystals with the bridge over it? This is one of the ways to go back here. And if you go on top of that bridge, there's another sick area up there where you get sick. And but if you come all the way around the back, you'll see this weird, like, techie type stuff in the ceiling up here. And there's a big cave entrance right here. And this is another surface entrance. So you follow it along. One time I built a huge bridge thing up here, like a big ramp winding back and forth all the way up. But look at that. That's a hell of a view, isn't it? And this is another one of the ways out on the surface. So this is a pretty big region. It's the whole region around the green knob on the map there. And it's got a lot of space out here. And there's plenty of room for the Alpha Reaper to be out here. So it's definitely one of the places you're going to want to check if you're looking for the Alpha Barb. And just look at that view, though. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Also, check this out. This is where I built one of my UFOs. Look at this place way up here. This is a hell of a spot. This is a nice, nice view of outer space, and whatever these are. I mean, I guess that's supposed to be Earth, but that must be the moon. But yeah, it doesn't look the same as we're used to seeing it, does it? What a mess. But yeah, this obelisk. I mean, this arc has been destroyed. This is one of the big support towers that creates the force field. It's been blown up, so it doesn't protect you from the radiation. Or is that the sun? I guess that's the sun. Yeah, it just looks funny. Yeah, okay. So when we go actually in the atmosphere, it's the sun, and it is. Wait, how is that? That can't be the sun though, or else we'll be getting melted. What is happening? I don't understand the cycle of the astronomy out here, because that is pretty damn bright. I guess that is supposed to be the moon, and it's just bright as crap. I don't know. Because if it was the sun, we'd be getting cooked. So yeah, it must be the moon. That's the Earth. And it's just highly reflective or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to it. So this surface also has a second entrance. It's way over here. Follow along, you'll see this big structure. And then there's this crevice. Come down in here. And this one leads into the blue zone. And you can get back here. It's not too dangerous. if you have a drake, you can get in and out of here through this way, and it's basically let me show the map. It's basically over here. You follow along this wall of the blue zone. Yeah, this is one of the entrances. So this is one of the 3 rivers I was talking about. It dumps out into the blue zone here. Wow, that looks really cool right now. I don't know why it looks so cool. It looks really cool. But yeah, you basically just follow along this wall, and you'll see a spot where you can go up in here, and this will eventually lead back out to the surface, back in here somewhere. So you can find your way back here through this surface. Oops, it looks like one of those 6 zones. Yeah, right here. Be careful if you're coming this way without a hazard or something like that, because it'll make you sick. But did I miss it? Yeah, I must have missed it. Somewhere back here there is a surface entrance, because we just came from it. Is this the one? Yeah, here it is. So it's a little bit of a you know, a way back there. Anyway, so here we are. Yeah, there's another obelisk. You can actually use these obelisks; they do work, but I wouldn't recommend doing much business out there, because there's reapers, there's all sorts of nasties that'll come try and kill you while you're using it. And in order to find your way back, so here's the it's the main landmark, and you'll kind of wind along back and forth, and you'll see this big structure. It's just under the structure. This is the normal way that we came out the first time. The normal way you'll want to go off and on that surface, and there's no weird sickness mushrooms on the way in here, so you can just get right back in here safe and sound. And back to these rivers. So here's that 3rd river, the North River I was talking about again. And if you follow along this whole shelf, there's this big cliff system here. It goes into the blue zone. See all those winding tree branches off in the blue zone, but there's a cliff that goes all the way along it. Here's the southern river waterfall right here underneath. It's a big open area down there. It's pretty recognizable. And yeah, so there's a whole big cliff along the entire edge between the blue and the green zone. And just make sure you know what zone you're in, because the rules are different down in the blue zone, and the rules are yet even more different down in the red zone. You'll be being bombarded with radiation, so you got to make sure you got the right kind of suit on down here. And you can have a tech suit down here, but you have to put it on in a certain order, where you have to put on. You don't want to put the helmet on last, or first. I think basically put on part of the suit, put the helmet on, put something else on last, and then it will count as you being sealed in, I guess, and it'll work. But otherwise it won't work. But while it is working, you can actually jump in these radioactive rivers and charge your suit, which is pretty cool. But I don't have a suit on, so I can't show that off. But wow, look at that view. That is really cool looking. You can just see way up there. That's I'm looking through the red, from the red through the blue into the green zone. That's all the biomes in one expanse. It's pretty cool. And but yeah, we're not gonna explore the red zone. So I'm going way back up here. I'm back over here near the portal now, and that is pretty much the tour. So I showed you how to get on all the surface locations. I showed you around the green zone how to find some basic landmarks and how to find your way around the whole green zone, more or less. So just navigate by those 3 rivers or the fertile lake, and you know, if you see these certain landmarks, you'll know exactly where you are pretty much at all times. Let me just show you one more thing. So there is an exit into the fertile lake area. I mean, there is a path to the fertile lake area along this wall that I didn't find correctly last time. There's more than one. You can go high, you can go low. Here's the low way. And yeah, this does go to the fertile lake area, which is over here. You can also go up above. So if you're flying high in a drake, it's a lot easier to see, because it's just a big open area here, and you can see it and just fly right in. So yeah, you can easily get around the whole green zone with just knowing how to follow a couple of different landmarks, that river and stuff like that. All right, well anyway, that's the video, and I'm gonna post this up for my buddy, and hopefully this is useful to some other people as well. Catch you next time. Have a good one. See ya.